everybody name's Chris.
I'm
Andrew.
Justin.
My name's Chris.
This is my vlog. We're doing a review of X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, that is what we're doing. X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yes.
X-Men Apocalypse.
All right,
Now,
so
this is
It's a movie with the apocalypse.
It's directed by Bryan Singer.
Yes.
He directed X-Men 1, X-Men 2,
and
X-Men
Days
of Future Past, X-Men Ap0calypse.
and X-Men: The Usual Suspects.
That's the best one, baby.
Yep.
Oh,
All right,
Lost me on that one.
Andrew, Chris, and Renick have seen this. I haven't.
Justin hasn't seen it.
Yeah, so
He hates X-Men.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but
He hates them.
I'm gonna just stand in the background and ask questions, and let's see how
This
this
is gonna
works.
be Q&A because we all directed the movie. Justin
Right?
hasn't directed.
Yeah. You got Andrew wrote the screenplay, and Renick was a lead role.
I'm gonna say right off the bat, I love this movie.
Okay.
It
Okay.
was so
Okay.
silly and ridiculous,
Mm-hmm.
Good start.
Good start.
Okay.
and I loved it because it didn't take itself seriously.
Which is funny because Bryan Singer thinks every movie he directs he takes it seriously.
So all right. So my first question is, what was it about? Because clearly I know Apocalypse showed up.
So it starts where
Give me a rundown of the movie.
okay.
Give me a rundown.
Poe Dameron shows up, and it's
Okay,
the opening scene. They're in Egypt for it's like a 30-minute sequence, and
It is
he gets
amazing.
buried.
Temple of Anubis.
He gets buried. Okay, so we see a really old blue guy who I guess
It's
Apocalypse.
is Apocalypse. They allude to the thing where when
original.
he gets super old, he just goes into another body.
Well, no.
He goes into another mutant who has powers, so he can get as many powers as he can, pretty much.
And gets a new body.
His powers, he absorbs powers.
Pretty much.
And
Alright.
that's just why he's so powerful.
That's
Yeah.
why he's OP. Okay.
And
That's what they explain in the
and
movie.
so during
not
while-
overall.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah.
While that's going on, 4 of his guys are like, "Fuck this guy," so they bury him in the Egypt, and then zoom a million years to
Is it in the Illuminati building?
yeah,
Okay,
and zoom a million years into 1980, and then
Charles Xavier's
his
victim,
what?
because he creeps on her.
His bitch from First Class shows up again, even though she
Yeah.
wasn't in
Rose
she wasn't in
Rose. Yeah.
Byrne.
Okay.
Her name's not Rose, but that's
Yeah, I know. No. That's how I don't remember
Miranda?
the bitch's name, but Rose.
It's
Byrne,
okay.
that's how I
None of
remember.
us remember her name either.
Moira McTaggart.
Moira McTaggart. That's okay. So they hang out with
Rose
her,
Byrne.
and she tells them all about Ap0calypse.
Yeah, because she sees him come back.
Yeah, she sees him emerge from the ground because these dudes are. Oh, she pretty much makes him come back on accident, right?
She's the.
Her flash photography.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. What happened?
Yeah,
Pretty much
she touches the MacGuffin, and then
She works for the CIA,
yeah.
and there's these shady dudes that
remember
go
that.
into a cave.
Okay.
And
she's like, "I'm gonna follow them."
she goes, follows them, and there are these people worshiping Apocalypse. And the only reason he'd come back is if light touched this thing, just sci-fi mumbo jumbo.
I guess.
They don't explain. And the fact that she went
He's
into
in
the
a
cave,
pyramid.
light came in, and it hit it, and they gave birth to Apocalypse. And
Who
then
the fuck turned the lights on?
he, of course, wipes everything out and just goes and is walking around Egypt.
So
A lot of 80s music, though.
So basically, the premise is he got cranky, and then
He woke up.
he threw a bitch fit.
He's just mad people forgot about him.
Yeah,
Really?
He was like, pretty much. He was like, "What?
Don't you forget about
me."
Which one do you want?
Oh,
No.
I mean, who do you want?
I didn't want to take that long on this. Now I gotta cut it out. Which one do you want?
No, we don't have to cut it out.
You know
As
who I
long as
want
we explain
personally,
it.
but I also don't want to be the
You
scumbag
want
to
him?
steal him. Yeah,
Okay, that's
of course.
fine.
All right,
They're
swag.
making the edit for the picture.
Fucking.
We're just gonna cut it out. It's not gonna take a while.
So
I'll
it's-
clap to make sure you guys know. Clap.
All right. So
All right, well, now I'm not gonna take it because that's funny.
yeah.
So
but-
essentially, what
yeah,
happens
yeah.
is,
So keep
Okay,
going.
so that-
so
okay,
he
so
comes
happens.
back and he's like, "You guys have corrupt politics. I'm better," and he gets like a little brand.
Oh, he watches TV and then he's like,
He,
"I know everything ever."
So
Exactly.
I know
Ultron.
Kung Fu.
What?
I know.
I know Kung Fu. Show me. But then and so young Storm is like,
He meets young Storm in Egypt.
yeah, young Storm steals something and then he
Okay.
follows her and then they're all like, "We're gonna kill you,"
Well,
and
he-
then he kills some dudes with sand.
He sees her from a distance. He's
Okay.
like, "Oh my
We got
goodness,
Sandman.
she's a mutant."
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
And
does.
he's like,
the-
"I'm a mutant."
He's like, "How about I make you my slave?" And she's like, "All right."
So is
So,
she
yeah.
one of the 4 horsemen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
she's like, "I
Her-
know."
Horseman or her.
That's accurate,
Magneto.
right? Yeah.
Magneto.
She was one of them.
Olivia Munn, a Psylocke.
Psylocke,
and
Angel.
Angel.
Archangel. Oh, they
Angel?
they actually have a really good early scene where Nightcrawler and Angel have
Fight.
a little fight scene. That's
Oh,
kind
that's
of
cool.
good. That's
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
just why it's good.
Yeah.
Question.
It's also
Because I'm not that familiar with the Apocalypse. Were those the actual 4 horsemen?
They always change.
Everyone's been a horseman at this point.
Really?
A lot of people change, but when you think of like Age of Apocalypse,
Magneto is almost always one.
Age of Apocalypse, when you think of like the main,
Which is what this was supposed to be called, and then Ultron, they're like, oh, well, we got to change the name.
The Age of Apocalypse storyline, which is Apocalypse's main comic book storyline, one of the main points is it's Archangel. And Angel, pretty much, that's the only reason he's, I think, even in this movie, is they're like, we have to him in.
Yeah. That's one.
But yes, almost everyone's, Wolverine's been one at some point. So they just were like, let's just put...
Fuck it. Let's figure one out. All right.
They put Magneto in because they're like, we need to find a way to make Magneto a villain again, and all this stuff. So they kind of slid him in here and there. But yes, everyone's kind of become a
horseman.
Yeah.
So in that case, their choice of the horseman wasn't bad in the movie.
I mean, I would have preferred to see different people. Just because it would have been interesting. But I mean, that's just personally my opinion. I enjoyed them in this movie, but I also don't enjoy them in this movie because some of them are very underdeveloped.
All right, in that case then, because from what you guys described to me, I'm guessing this was like, what, first 45 minutes or some shit of the movie?
No.
Half an hour?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so first half an hour.
First 10 minutes are Egypt.
From what I just heard...
Storm about half hour.
From what I just heard, you guys described the movie on its own. Because it sounds like...
No, that's like an opening act.
No, I get it, but my question is... Okay, so he forgot everybody, or everybody forgot about him, so he's pissed. He wants to become the cool kid in school again.
Yes.
So he starts he becomes Jesus, he learns everything through watching a TV, from what you guys tell me.
Yeah.
And then now what?
He's like, well, now I'm gonna get my. He's like, now I'm gonna make my 4 horsemen and kill everyone.
Okay, so is the premise
he's essentially like he wants to build
the Avengers?
He wants to build like an empire in Egypt. He builds like a super pyramid.
He wants to have all the strongest mutants be up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ascend. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to keep. What is it? He wants to keep all the mutants alive and like kill everyone else.
He wants to cleanse the earth.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
He wanted to take the body of Xavier.
That's a little later, big boy. Slow down. Slow your big.
Pretty much what you kind of get the gist of is he's like
we're skipping over a very good early sequence.
All right.
Yes,
tell me.
Just in short layman's terms, not Magneto. Apocalypse has really no motive. They kind of just it here and there, but it's very muddled and confusing because they don't spend a lot of time with it.
He's that evil. I just want to control stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like a shit tier villain.
Yeah, he's
sadly,
whatever.
Sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a good performance because it's Oscar Isaac, but it's not.
Yeah, you're gonna get quality no matter what.
Yeah.
If the quality is gonna look goofy and be weird,
so
that's
like
just what you get.
What's fucking me up is because I remember a big point was a lot of the X-Men they bring in, or at least I remember a hype was like Jubilee coming in.
She's really not in this movie.
And a lot
Jubilee's my
favorite. No, not in at all.
Does she even have any lines?
Yeah, she does. When it comes to X-Men, Jubilee's my favorite character.
Okay.
And this movie is very much like how Fantastic Four, where the studio came in and cut a lot. Not on purpose, but Bryan Singer had to take a lot off the cutting block because the movie is not finished.
Wow.
The movie is not finished.
I noticed that's been a trend then, or at least this year.
Yes.
Like a lot of Suicide Squad was cut out, and that's something that I want to end up talking about when we do that review. But so what you're saying is this movie could have been better if a lot of the shots that were cut could have been in it.
There's a whole Jubilee fight scene they had to get rid of.
Really?
Yes. Dazzler was removed from the movie. Jubilee, there's a whole scene where they go to the mall.
So basically the hope for the fans that they're going to see Jubilee in a movie.
Jubilee's my favorite X-Men. Yeah, she's not in the movie.
They just fucking dunked on her again.
It's sadly. But where she isn't there, they really do make what's her name? Oh my god.
Lawrence.
No, I love Sophie Turner as well, and they really do.
Oh my god, she's so good.
They do a very good job with Jean Grey.
I love Sophie Turner.
Yeah, they do a very good job with Jean Grey. And back off, Sophie Turner's mine. She's always been. That's my.
She's a lesbian.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, she's Sansa Stark in Game of Thrones. Sansa Stark's my favorite character.
Okay.
So this is my one character arc. Please don't ruin it. But no, they do a very good job with Jean Grey, and they do a very good job with Cyclops. Like, I want to see them back.
They did a good job with Cyclops.
Yep.
Yes. And what's the name was good too? Nightcrawler was good.
Nightcrawler.
And then I want to get to the.
Was there a lot of Nightcrawler?
The best scene
there was
in the
enough.
movie.
They could have done. They could have done stuff.
Not that yet.
They could have done Quicksilver stuff with Nightcrawler.
We'll get to Quicksilver in a second.
Yeah.
But there's
Best
a really
scene in
good early scene where they're showing what's going on with Magneto. Apparently, he has a family. He's not a mutant anymore. Yeah. He had a family. He's doing like a job like in Germany.
Does he have the twins?
He has one. Well, because he hit. Have you seen Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he had Quicksilver forever ago already.
Well, yeah.
And then in this one, he had a girl who's not really Scarlet Witch, but she has mutant powers.
But it is.
I guess so.
They kind of hint
she
at it.
She talks to animals and that's
something weird.
We don't know her powers.
Dr. Dolittle as a daughter.
Okay, so we don't,
we don't know what her powers are.
Like, we don't really know what her powers are because so at one point there's a big earthquake.
Oh my gosh, it seems so.
There's a big earthquake in like an earlier scene, and then someone's about to get killed, and Magneto's like, "Whoa, let me stop that!" And everyone saves it, and he saves the dude, and everyone's like, "Oh, he just
did he just control that?"
And so
word. And Magneto even knows he's like, They show you
shit.
Earlier too that he's friends with all these people, and he's like living a normal life they don't know. His name's like Renick.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's giving the thing off like he's not.
He's
he just is a normal guy. He's got a wife and he's happy.
And his wife knows and everything.
In this movie, are they still playing off of the shit that like mutants, like the whole racism towards mutants?
Yeah.
The X-Men staple. That's X-Men staple.
Exactly.
And so he runs home after that. He's like, "Yo, we gotta leave," and she's like,
"Why though?"
Yeah, she's like, "Why?"
She's like, "Are you sure?"
He's like, "They found out everything. We gotta leave." And she's like, "All right, let's get out of here." Like, where's the girl?
And he goes to grab his daughter.
And they go, and then they're like, "Oh!" So they run out to the woods, and the
daughter's missing.
The whole police force has the daughter, and they're like, "We know who you are." He's like, you guys got me."
And she's like, he's like, "You guys don't have any badges," and they're like, "Yeah, because we know who you are."
They've gotten rid of all their metal.
They have badges and bow and arrow. Or they don't have badges. They have bow and arrows.
And so he shows, and so he's like, "All right, give the daughter back. I'll come with you guys." And then she starts like,
and he complies. He complies.
He's
like,
okay.
So he's not the Magneto that was in Days of Future Past, where he was like, "I swear to God, if you get in my way."
No, he's like, "I'll come with you. Just leave her alone."
Like, if you have an implant in your pinky, I'm throwing you across the United States. Like,
so he's like, "All right, to go with you guys." And she's like, "You said you weren't gonna leave." Blah blah blah. And she starts freaking out, and like the animals are like, "Meh," and they're like, "Tell her to stop." And he's like, "She's young. She can't control her powers." And then they're like, "All right, we'll just murk her." And so they do the bow and arrow, and it goes.
They don't mean to. One guy just out of the confusion lets
an arrow go, whatever, and
the daughter is hugging the mother. The arrow goes through both of them.
Like they get kebabbed, and then he's like,
"Oh shit!"
He's like,
it was
so he takes the girl's necklace, and then it just goes through all the dudes' necks, and they all just like, Meh.
Damn.
All you see is he's
psychopath
and
type shit.
He's like,
Con. Oh my god.
A beautiful scene where it's like in slow motion and there's like no sound and all you see is the necklace going through their necks and they
dude that
it's a beautiful
that was a really good scene.
Actually, off of that description, I think I'm gonna watch this.
I think
and then
he goes, I like better is when he goes back.
When he goes back?
When he goes back to the factory.
He goes back to the factory and he's like, "I'm gonna kill all you guys," and they're like, "Buh," and then Apocalypse shows
who's
up.
guys?
He goes back to his friends who told on him.
The miners that told on him.
Oh,
the ones that he saved during the earthquake.
Damn, so this nigga got snitched out.
Yeah. How else did the police find out?
I mean, that's a good point, but I don't know. I thought it was gonna be just like one person that was like that fuckhead.
No,
wow, everybody.
He's like, "You guys told on me." They're like, "All right, chill out." And then Apocalypse.
Just a prank, bro.
That's when he gets recruited.
Yeah, Apocalypse shows up through a door.
Have already been recruited.
Yeah.
And then and Apocalypse teleports in, and he's like. And he turns everybody into like the floor.
Best scene.
He turns everyone into the floor.
Great scene in the movie is he's about to kill everyone. Apocalypse teleports in. Magneto's like, "You're not going to stop me from killing these men."
He's like, "Okay,
Apocalypse
I'll do it."
Kills all of them.
Turns them into the floor.
He's like, "All right, I did
They all fall into the floor. And there's one guy whose like leg is just sticking out of the floor, and,
and they're all pretty much talking.
Okay.
And Apocalypse
takes him to Auschwitz.
They do a very good job of showing, without spoiling every detail of the movie and doing a full synopsis. One thing they do very well in this movie is they show you that Apocalypse is not only himself powerful, but he amplifies everybody else's powers.
Yeah.
So they all pretty much...
Which makes sense because of Archangel.
Yes.
Like, turn his wings into metal and all that shit.
His exact point. So you pretty much, they lead into like, this is why all these are the people, you see them earlier and you're like, they're powerful, but now they become more powerful. And pretty much the main plot point of the movie is Apocalypse is like, I need to reach out to more people. Is there anyone Magneto that you would recommend? Because he's seen videos of Magneto before from Days of Future Past.
Okay.
From like history.
And then while they're planning shit.
So let me guess, since he has Magneto under his control, Magneto's like, LMAO, Xavier, my boy.
Not necessarily.
No. He's not under his control.
Magneto's
he's
just
like, okay.
He's just playing. He's like playing ball with them while they're like planning stuff. They're just in a room. Xavier's talking to Magneto, and then he doesn't have the helmet, and he goes over to Magneto. And he's like, "What?" And then he goes into Xavier's head from that, and then Xavier's like,
Oh, is that the scene from the trailer?
Yeah,
where
with
the
the
nigga's
eyes are
crying.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's so powerful. Or
Yeah,
some shit,
yeah. And so he can, and then
Different wording.
Yeah. It's such
and so
power or
and
some
so he
shit.
goes into his brain, and since he's connected to Cerebro, he makes like everyone in the entire world, like not that he makes like all the leaders like go
The
blah,
world leaders,
and
yeah.
he like sends out like all the nukes into space.
All the nukes in the
like
world.
all the
they
nukes
just
in the world
launch
go
into
into space.
He
When
pretty
they're
much evens
when
the
they're
playing field.
when they're first going up, I thought they were gonna like immediately
I
come
thought so,
down, and
too.
I was like,
They just
yo, take it easy, take it
They
easy.
just chill
Yeah, I
out
thought that was
in
gonna be
space.
This movie
crazy.
would have been a lot better if it had like a nuclear holocaust.
That would have been crazy.
Because it would have felt insane and it would have been very good. But instead, he just kind of like just removes the nukes. Everybody does not have nukes.
Okay, so
And
like how
that's-
Chris said, an even playing field.
It's just so okay. During this final battle where the whole world is destroyed, we don't have the military like we don't know what to do. Because like look at Batman vs Superman. They're like, nuke them. It's like it's
What the fuck? That was his hand in the ground.
oh yeah.
All right. I'm watching the scene right now
Real
where
quick, we're showing
apparently
them the
everybody
clip.
becomes butter.
They don't be
Who the fuck are you?
Butter.
Yeah, they
become
become
the
butter.
floor. I explained it.
Yeah.
And look
He's
at
like, if
look
you're
at
trying to
Angel's
kill.
mullets.
Yeah, this is it.
Look at Angel's mullets.
What the fuck?
What?
Look, see, there's his leg. Just chilling out.
Yeah, they become the floor.
The mullet is very important. To
Yeah,
Angel.
that's important.
The
Yeah, that's
mullet-
important to the story.
Yes, the mullet is the best part of the movie.
But so after that, everything goes crazy, and then they all show up because now he knows where they're all hiding, and they steal Xavier. So he's like,
he goes to Charles Xavier's house.
He goes to the
And-
mansion.
Apocalypse or Magneto?
all of them.
Okay,
The
so
four
the
horsemen.
and Apocalypse.
And he
Squad
wants
shows up.
he want pretty
wants-
much the main point of he's like Charles Xavier, you're really powerful. You want to be my
This is mine.
fifth horseman?
Here's
And
the
so
behind you.
he grabs Xavier
Okay.
and is teleporting away. Havoc is there, who's visiting with his brother, who is named Cyclops.
Uh-huh.
And Havoc's like, you ain't taking him. And he
And he
fires
he fires them his unibeam pretty
his
much
unibeam.
at Apocalypse, but
Wait,
they
wait.
teleport right when
What?
it's happening.
I've never heard of this. Who Havoc? What he do?
Okay.
Have you ever seen
know-
First Class? You remember First Class?
Somewhat, yeah.
He was the guy that had the ring belly dance.
Yeah, the ring.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that was
okay,
happening.
He
okay.
comes back for this one.
He comes back for this
Oh,
one,
okay.
and so
And-
he does the unibeam,
But he
and then
fires a shot.
but as soon as he does it, they teleport away. So it goes through that into
Into
a
an airplane.
rocket ship, pretty much that has like nukes on it.
They're Blackbird. The
They're
X-Men
Blackbird.
Oh, they're okay.
So
And then
it pretty much explodes the entire mansion.
the entire mansion.
Ah, you
And-
done fucked up.
They well,
But they're all in
here's
the
why
mansion.
Intro
Here's why
into
the
that.
scene is amazing. It
So,
cuts.
it
and
cuts
it's
immediately-
Jubilee, Scott Summers, Jean Grey, and Nightcrawler
And
Coming
they're
back
all
from a day of fun.
are driving back from going to that mall trip.
All of a sudden, you see this car moving. You're
No,
like,
no,
oh,
you
okay.
see a bee, and it starts slowing
It's
down,
slowing down.
and then Quicksilver
you just
just
see him
steps
walk
in.
up.
He steps in. Actually, let us just show you the scene.
Yeah,
real
let's-
quick. If
Pause
anything,
the recording?
yeah,
No,
we're-
this is live reaction.
I can
Oh, that's a good
insert
point.
the
Yeah,
clip.
yeah. And then we'll just edit out this
I'll
part
insert
of
the
us
clip
waiting
real
or,
quick.
I want to
or
watch
some
this
shit.
scene too. So
Yeah, 1 second.
Jennifer Lawrence.
This
Just
is
don't put
such
the music in.
the power.
an incredible scene.
Just don't put the music in because we're gonna get copyright strike.
Fuck that.
I'm not gonna get copyright strike.
Oh,
as long
Okay,
as-
well, shit. Okay.
As long as we're talking low enough,
Dude,
we'll be fine.
Okay, so man.
Or as long as we're talking over low.
Oh, blows up the entire shit.
Here's the plane. Here's the car. Such a good intro. Oh my goodness.
Oh, this was his intro to the movie?
Yeah, he wasn't in the movie yet.
Yeah, no, like he was in the movie.
For like a
second.
For a second, he's like, "So is this where they're at?" And that's it. Like it's so incredible.
Oh my god.
Boy.
How long is this scene? Isn't it like a
Not long enough.
2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
This needs
It's a
to be the
lot
whole
more.
movie. Ah!
It's so good.
It's very well shot. Too.
Yeah, it took 3 months to film.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Longest scene in the movie.
I'll rip the glasses.
Yeah, and it just goes on like this the entire time. There he goes.
Bro, he saves. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. He saves.
I thought you guys told me that it was just the floor in there.
What?
Or,
Yeah,
or that it was Scott's
The
Summers.
entire house.
The entire
damn.
mansion explodes.
Yeah. So everyone. Exactly. All
Bro,
the
you about to
random-
get fucked up.
all the stuff flying around. Got the fish. All right, let's go.
Bruh.
such a fantastic.
Moving on.
Moving on. Moving on.
Bumbleway. Bumbleway.
Oh my god, it's so good. Fucking throw up.
Holy shit!
He just throws everyone and it goes on forever and it's fantastic.
Bro. That dude kind of looked like Beavis.
Who?
From Beavis and Butthead, the back of his head looked like Beavis.
Oh, Tab. It's Ralphie.
You got the dog, don't worry.
The money shot.
The way
Yeah.
he breaks into that door. Sweet dreams are made of these. And then everyone's flying.
Bro.
And oh, it's okay, they're safe.
Yeah, everyone. He saved literally everyone except for
Havoc.
Havoc.
Ripperoni.
That's the
Yeah,
only person
because-
who's-
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
We'll get him next time.
Because
Because
Cyclops.
he was already in the explosion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the closest to it. So
Yeah,
because
so he got-
Cyclops shows up, he's like, "Yo, where's my brother?" He's like, "I thought I saved everyone."
He's like, I'm pretty sure I got him.
So Havoc's dead.
Oh, Ripperoni.
But
Ripperoni.
so everyone's exploded, pretty much.
That's like the standout scene of the film.
You're
Yeah,
like,
best
oh,
scene.
yeah, no, that scene's worth price of
That dude
admission.
missed.
It's amazing.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so are we close to conclusion?
No, this is halfway through the movie.
Oh man, all right.
I will skip through parts. We'll
Yeah,
skip.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
So
Well,
the only
basically,
reason why I'm asking this is because
cameos.
so we could actually do like the like.
Oh my God, there's the whole. Okay, so all right, let's just skip
So
through it.
let's skip
Wolverine
through-
shows up at one point.
Swag. All right.
What
I was
Weapon
gonna
X
ask
shows
them.
up.
They get
Weapon X.
captured.
Which makes
They
sense.
they get captured and brought to this military base, the four of them.
Yeah.
They just need a pit stop
Mhm.
to
Okay.
like understand. They need to
What's
use their
going on?
powers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And through this pit stop, characters escape and do their thing, and they're like, "Oh, we need to go to the final battle." And that's pretty
Yes.
much them.
They go to the
leaving.
final battle, and since they stole Xavier, they're like, all right, now we're gonna put Apocalypse in you. So they're trying to do that, and that's pretty much the
Remember
final
how,
battle.
Okay, at the beginning, how he changed bodies
Into Oscar Isaac.
Isaacs? He's trying to do that to
James McAvoy.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he can have his powers.
So he can have the mind power, so he can control everyone ever.
because that's the only
Okay.
power he doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So they're trying to do that. So while them two are doing that, the Four Horsemen are fighting the X-Men.
Yeah.
Which is insanely destructive to the point where everyone makes fun of Man of Steel.
Yeah, I was gonna
This-
say we talking Man of Steel destruction.
No,
More.
I'm talking about global destruction like Independence Day.
Magneto alone.
Holy shit!
Magneto alone moves the magnetic fields,
In like the Earth.
just destroying everything.
He doesn't he raise like all of Manhattan off of.
He
the
raised
island?
me up so I can stand on water.
I forgot his name. Anyways, the
Okay.
I think it was like
Quicksilver.
Gravitor or some shit. The nigga
Graham
from,
Newton.
Oh,
the
Graviton.
Power Rangers.
I know who you're talking
You know who I'm talking
about, right?
Yeah,
In
first
Earth
episode.
yeah, where he fucking lifted Manhattan. But anyways, so okay, that happens,
Yep.
and then
And then we get to the final battle. Everyone's there. They're trying to save Charles before he becomes.
Oh, and then Nightcrawler zooms in, swoops out Charles. Then they
Charles is
zoom,
bald now.
they zoom into in a room, and then Apocalypse comes out. He's like, "All right, everyone, come out." And then Quicksilver's like, "I'll come out," and he starts zipping around.
Amazing scene where they
He's
show
so-
you that Quicksilver, because that was a complaint with Days of Future Past, is he's so cool, but you can't use him a lot because he's too powerful.
Yeah, so he starts zipping around, and then Apocalypse like, "Let me use my supervision." So he starts like looking really fast, and then he's like sees what Quicksilver's doing, so he's like,
He just makes him trip.
He's like, "Let me earthbend." So he like grabs
breaks his legs.
he grabs his foot, he comes up, he kicks his leg like in half, and then he's like, bah!
He's like, run now.
And then
Where you going,
Mystique
bitch?
shows up, and he's like, "Give me that neck." So
Yeah,
he's like, he's
best scene in the
choking
movie.
Mystique, and he's got like,
Thank you.
He's got Quicksilver like, I'm dead. And so he's like, "All right, Charles, come out here." And he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm still kind of connected." So he goes into Apocalypse's mind,
It's
and
just,
then
it's a cluttered destruction
Yeah.
ending. The ending, the movie's very rickety,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some things that are really good. It's like you're on a really bad highway, and there's potholes everywhere, and you're kind of like,
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say it's like you're on a really bad high.
no, you're on a really bad highway, and you're like,
don't
whoa,
do drugs,
whoa,
Andrew,
whoa.
sorry.
I don't
like,
either.
You get to some moment
let me
where
get
you're like,
that. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
you get that beep beep.
You're like, oh, but then you get to like some smooth parts, and you're like, oh, this is really nice. This is really nice. And
except
then you get
that
back
kind of
to
never happens.
No,
because right after this, then he's like, Jean Grey, I can't do it. You got to do it. So Jean Grey comes in and she's like, let me use my Mockingjay, and she goes, and then Apocalypse dies.
So
yeah, the film tries to set
melts
up
Apocalypse's face off.
Does she die?
No.
No. She
They're not wasting their money on her.
They're not doing the Phoenix bullshit.
They hint at it because she does the fire Phoenix and then it melts Apocalypse's face off and he dies.
What they hope they could do.
That's literally what happens.
Okay.
Magneto.
You see his face melt off. A la Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I was trying to think of the movie.
What they hope to do with this.
I want to take my face.
What they hope to do with this movie was pretty much create a new trilogy with the New Mutants.
Okay.
No.
I just want to show them the face melting part.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to cut that.
You got Beast.
No, this part we don't.
I'll clap so we know when to come back.
Well, I'm just showing him. I didn't.
No, that part's
think
fine.
about it.
But anyways,
but I'm sure you've seen the trailer, the shot where Apocalypse is big and he's slamming Charles into everything.
It's a dream.
Oh, that's a dream.
That's
a dream sequence.
It's not like a dream.
No,
but
dream
it's
sequence.
inside
They're both in like they're all in his mind.
Like
so it's a mental battle.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
She was thinking about her, thinking about me. Yeah, it's very emotional.
So, Cyclops is in this movie. Beast is in this movie. I forgot.
Yeah.
He didn't do much.
So, what's up with Cyclops? Like, what's she do? She do anything?
Psylocke?
She doesn't.
Oh, she's the one who escapes.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Bad character.
Yeah,
bad character.
Very bad.
Oh god damn! Fucking colossal titan! Oh my god!
And he's trying.
So
to
at the very end of the fight, they do the Transformers 2: Revenge of the Fallen, where you see the bad guy and they're like, "Bye to the next one." So Psylocke walks away, where it's like, what is she even gonna do? She's Psylocke.
Yeah.
She's actually the worst character in the movie.
She
has probably 3 lines.
3 lines maybe, which is funny because she was supposed to be
because she was really marketed.
No, she was supposed to be Deadpool girlfriend.
She was supposed to be Vanessa Carlyle.
Oh, Vanessa.
But they were like, she's like, I want to be in a role where I matter to the plot, and then
you didn't
look at the role reversal.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Interesting.
It's a very rickety movie, but there's some moments where
it's honestly
really
it's got the scenes where it's
a lot of schlock. It's a lot of schlock, but
that's what I love about it.
All right.
It's
So getting down to the actual review part of this, my question is to you guys: what pros and cons, like how we usually do?
Pros.
So because you guys described
Magneto scene.
Quicksilver and Magneto are the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
All right. So would you say their performances alone carried the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's been with the other X-Men movies.
Magneto's always carried the movie.
Magneto.
Just because
he's the main character.
A great character.
And James McAvoy is.
To give this
film
a lot of credit,
he's great.
This film
it is Michael too.
The X-Men films.
It is Michael.
Yeah.
The X-Men films do a really good job of making characters over spectacle.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this falls, where everyone feels like characters. Mm-hmm. They fall when they try to match the spectacle of like a big budget Marvel film.
Which they shouldn't try to do. It's better when it's kind of that smaller internal.
Yeah, but this was their plan for like the last X-Men film.
Yeah,
so
that's
they wanted to end it with a bang.
Yeah.
But I think if it was just, they did a very good job with certain characters, certain scenes, and
they wanted to go big and go home, but after they went big, they're like, wait a minute, we don't want to go home yet.
Yeah, that's the main problem. It's a very enjoyable movie though. It's fun. Go see it if you want to have a fun time.
Oh, and the end credit scene, they tease
Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah, they
that was weird.
It's for the new Wolverine film.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
because Wolverine's in the movie and has a small cameo.
They're just doing spin-offs.
Yeah.
That's like all they're gonna do. There's no real X-Men.
I'll never complain when it comes to Wolverine because that is my favorite X-Men. But
yeah, it's gonna be sad to see him go.
Honestly, isn't his next one the last one?
Yeah,
but
I heard
he's pretty much said he's like, but if Deadpool ever wants me, I'm all up for that. Which
I'll be down. I'll be down for that. Hell yeah!
I also heard that Patrick Stewart is gonna be his last time doing Professor X in that movie. Pretty
much.
Oh
really?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, everyone thought it was when First Class started.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Is Ian coming back for the next movie?
No, there's no way they can bring Ian back.
He died.
He lost his powers in 3, and then he didn't die.
I meant to say he died in real life. I was trying to get him.
We're trying to make him believe that.
Trying to goof him.
Plus, I mean, the Wolverine movie's not even canon.
Got me with Doctor Strange, but not that. All right then. So, out of 10, what y'all think? Because from what you guys, from what you described to me and what you guys showed me, this already sounds like to me an 8 out of 10 movie. 7 or 8. 7 or 8. 7 or 8.
7.
I give it a.
It's a 70. It's a C.
I give it a 7. Yeah.
I give it an 8.
All right.
I liked it a lot.
I think right after seeing it, I might have given it an 8, but I'll give it a 7.
All right. So what lacked?
Characters that were fun and real.
Yeah, they go a little.
They go Marvel.
They
They go Marvel where they kind of introduce a little too much at a time.
Yeah.
And they try to focus on everyone and give something.
So like what? They just fucking throw nothing but backstory at you.
They don't
That
even show
type of thing?
backstory. They just shove characters.
Yeah.
They do
Like, you're jumping back and forth.
hold back a little bit on Jennifer Lawrence, which I liked a lot.
Yeah, very well done. I think
Yeah.
everyone.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they didn't.
Even though they-
characters like Angel, you just see like one fight with him earlier, and that's it. And then
Really?
also, yeah, one fight,
Damn.
and that's it. And then he becomes Archangel, and the only reason he becomes
And like those are his scenes.
and the only reason he becomes Archangel is because
Apocalypse.
no, but
Well, clearly,
they
yeah.
Olivia Munn saw him get that fight beat up earlier, and she's like, he's a warrior. So if it wasn't for that one scene,
He wouldn't even have been
he wouldn't have been
a horseman.
Yep.
Wow. All right. So
Final, you want to put the score again after thought? What's your final score?
My final would probably be a 7.
7.
Yeah.
8.
You said, even though you haven't seen it, you give
even
it.
though I haven't seen it, it
Oh, that-
sounds like a 7 or 8.
Now we'll cut all this out. I'll clap so we know when to cut.